Hello, everyone, and welcome to Burn the Ship, the podcast that helps entrepreneurs go all in on their business, and we introduce them to professionals that can help them to do so. Today, we have a very special guest. Stephanie, how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Go ahead and introduce yourself and the name of your business.
My name is Stephanie Smith, and I am the owner or co-owner with my husband of New Light Financial Solutions.
Magnificent. And we're so happy to have you on today. And we understand that time is one of our most valuable resources. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, my journey is a little bit of an odd one, I feel like, because I originally went to school to be a math teacher. I graduated, I taught high school math to ninth graders, and that was fun, to say the least. I also dual majored in math because I wasn't quite sure math teaching was going to be my thing. So in hindsight, I feel like if you think you need a backup, you probably shouldn't have picked whatever the first thing was to begin with. But it all worked out. The economy ended up tanking, honestly, and I lost my job. A lot of teachers got laid off, and I found myself in a couple of different other places. But long term, I ended up as an instructional designer in the corporate space. And I supported, for the most part, sales teams and other teams, creating training, facilitating training, and doing that, which was very similar to teaching, just the back end, getting everything ready. I wasn't always the face, and I really enjoyed that, breaking down concepts and making it simple for people to understand. And that I did that for a long time, and what really happened was I got married. We ended up having kids, and my husband quit his retail job of many years to be a stay-at-home dad.
Okay.
And that was great. We were in a great position to be able to do that. And after a few years, I told him, I was like, you need a job. I'm not going to be your sugar mama, right? Like we need some more money. So we started a virtual bookkeeping business. That's where the business began, was with bookkeeping. We actually had a different name. We rebranded and everything since then. But we've been doing that for about 5 years. And across that time, we just found that our clients needed a little more than just bookkeeping. They needed support, really figuring out how to grow and where to focus, and that strategic partnership. So we really dove into offering CFO services to help people grow their business instead of just focusing on the bookkeeping. So that's kind of the story of how I got to where I am now.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Going from math to going to a corporate instructor. And it seems like you were there for a while, and it seems like things were coming along pretty good if he could stay at home and help to rear the youngins there. Now, that could have been just the path that you were going, where you stayed in that corporate setting and was teaching those courses and things like that. But you did make the decision to go into entrepreneurship at that time. Was it a specific event that happened that said, hey, I'm going to leave this corporate umbrella and then go out here in the rain and just see what's going on and how I can maneuver through it?
Well, initially it was just we needed the second income.
Okay.
But this series of events that has recently happened is actually last Monday I got laid off from my corporate job of 4 years.
Okay.
I was there for 4 years. So now that's it. That's the catalyst.
Okay.
We're going full throttle in the business, and we're really just trying to grow, because the end goal was always for me to quit the 9-to-5 and to focus on the business, because it just gives us the flexibility we want, and our kids are young to live the lifestyle that we want instead of being tied to the corporate job.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm super excited that you're all in on your business now, and I want you to share with me and the audience what it is that you're doing and how you're helping these businesses. I know that you're doing bookkeeping, and I know there's financial things that you're assisting with, but go ahead and give us a skinny on it and tell us, everything that you're doing for these business owners.
Yeah. So on the bookkeeping side, obviously we basically track what people spend. So as a business owner, you have expenses and income, and we categorize all that so everything's in order, and you can have a nice clean set of books to hand to your tax preparer in the spring, right? And hopefully save some money that way. But the CFO side is what we're really passionate about, and what we do there is we start with our clients by setting goals, personal goals and business goals, because we all start a business to do and accomplish things in our lives, right? It might be sending our kids to college, it might be getting a house, whatever it is, we're supporting ourselves. So that's very important we bring that up. And then we also talk about business goals. Are you wanting to grow or expand or hire more people, whatever those goals are. And then what we do is we make a plan to make the extra money that's needed to accomplish those things and to grow the business. And the way that we do that is we look at 16 different drivers of revenue, profit, and cash flow. So obviously, we're in the financial space. We do everything based on the numbers. And not everybody's into their numbers. I know that. So we try to make it really simple. So we look at things like your average sales transaction. How much are you charging people? And we'll look at things like how much are you spending on your expenses, your marketing, your payroll, and how much are you paying yourself? And we look through these details and figure out which ones we can tweak to make the biggest impact to your cash flow. And then based on the goals, we'll set targets for those things and an action plan to say, we need to make this change, and that's going to help us accomplish those goals. And we work with our clients month over month to, make progress towards the goals so they can improve the cash flow of their business. And one thing that I really love that we do is we have this scorecard to make it really simple too, because again, we know that not everybody's into their numbers, the profit and loss and stuff. It's not really created for the average business owner. So we recreate like a scorecard, kind of like when you take your car to the shop and you get a multi-point inspection and they give you like yellow, green, red. Like these are the things you should do right now, and these are the things that can wait. So that's how we look at the drivers, right? The red, we'll put stuff in red that's like, this is what we need to focus on. And the things in green is this is what's really working well. So you can get a really clear, easy picture of what's going on in your business. So it doesn't have to be complicated.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing the things that you're providing for these business owners. For the guests that are watching today, I want to create, a clear picture of what that ideal client looks like for you. So is it one of those businesses that has a specific revenue mark or a specific employee mark? What does that ideal client look like for you?
Yeah, so our ideal client typically makes at least, excuse me, 500,000 or more in revenue.
Hmm.
That's usually just when you're at that state of growth, you've been in business a few years and you're looking to expand. So that's a one of the markers. But we're also looking for the business owner who's really good at their craft, right? We all start a business because we're good at something, but the numbers is just not their strong suit. If you're struggling with the numbers, you're wondering, like, I see it, my accountant says I have money and I made a profit, but there's no money in the bank. What's happened? I'm confused.
Hmm.
Those are the types of clients that we're looking to support. We want to give that clarity to what's going on in the business and help them gain that confidence that they know what's happening.
As we are setting the expectations for all of those prospects that are going to give you a call after they see the show, what does a engagement time frame wise look like with you? When I'm coming on board with you, what is my expectation? I know for the bookkeeping, that's every single month. But when we're talking about my finances and those numbers I don't like to talk about, how long does that work for you to get things sorted out and get them on the path?
Yeah, so I would say it takes at least 6 months to really start making change. We meet with our CFO clients on a monthly basis, and we work with them every month, and we'll tweak things along the way because stuff changes, and economy happens, and we need to make flex and change things along the way. But we have clients that will stay a lot longer than that. It just depends on the state of their business. So the longer again, we make changes. So the longer they're with us and partnering with us, the more money they're going to make, the more successful they're going to be, because every month we're going to point out the areas to focus on to make more money. So it really just depends.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing that and bringing some clarity to it. Along with us trying to find that correct end user for you, we always try to find referral partners for you. And what I mean is those business industries that send you over a constant flow of referrals. Have you found a great referral partner for yourself that we can introduce you to?
Yeah, I think good referral partners for me are obviously other business owners that do business with business owners, right? B2B.
Hmm.
But definitely like the financial space, so a banker or lawyers or business consultants and coaches that aren't in the same space, but are, they do something different
Hmm.
that we would potentially support something similar, or marketing agencies and that kind of thing.
Yeah, now I know with you doing bookkeeping, those particular services, you can do it all over. When it comes to the CFO services, do you have to be close to your clients to touch them, or can you still do that, from far away as well?
We actually don't have any local clients.
Okay.
We have local clients in the sense that we do have clients that are around us, but we everything we do is virtual. So we meet with everybody online through Zoom. But if we were to have a local client, we'd be happy to meet with them in person.
Okay, just always trying to make sure to fill out that correct for you so everyone knows. Now, I am confident with your experience over your career trying to teach these crazy teenagers that ninth grade math, going through to your corporate training, and now helping these business owners. You have acquired and nurtured some business skills or best practices that have helped you to be successful. Do you mind sharing with the entrepreneurs that are watching today some of those skills that may help push them towards success?
Yeah. I would, you said that out loud, and I think for myself, my skill set, I like to say my superpower is making complex things more simple, right? So that's
Hmm.
really helped me. Obviously, that's not the case for everybody, but I think some of the things are staying organized, and making what we do for our clients, really making an action plan. And one of the things we do is we talk about the next right steps and we write those down. So I think a lot of the times we tell ourselves, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and I'm guilty of this as well, but we don't write it down and we don't actually make the plan to do it. So I think one of the best things people can do is, when you think of what you want to do, write down the actual plan and write down the exact next steps that you want to take, because then I think you'll be more likely to be successful accomplishing those things because you have them broken down into steps that you can accomplish.
That is correct. I say it all the time to my reps here at the office. If you have a destination, but you don't have a plan how to get there, you can go all the way to California just to get right back down the street because you didn't have a plan. So that's excellent advice to share with these entrepreneurs and how they can try to push towards success. So thank you so much for sharing that. Now, we've talked a lot about your journey. We've talked about those business services that you're providing, as well as the best practices. But we want people to understand that Stephanie is a human. She is just not a financial robot, just calculating the numbers. And you do all of these things so you can enjoy this thing called a life that we have. So let's just say that the financial business has come along good. Time and money is not an issue. What is it that Stephanie would do with her time?
Yeah, I think right now where I'm at in my life, and one of the reasons we started the business to begin with was really just to spend more time with my family. I've got two young boys. I've got a 6-year-old. I have another one that just turned 9. We're having a birthday party for him tomorrow.
Nice.
And it's the end of school right now. So the past 2 days we've been at field day. Next week we've got awards day. So if it, time wasn't an issue, and I wasn't tied to a desk, it's spending time with my family. I want to see them grow up. I want to be there for the activities that they're doing, and just have more time for family.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Like I said, we get out here and we get up in the morning and we deal with everything that we have to deal with to try to put smiles on their faces. So that definitely and totally makes all the sense. Now, if people are watching today and they have questions about your bookkeeping services, your CFO services, or even talking more about how to get organized, what is the best way for them to get in contact with you?
The best way would be to find us online on our website. It's newlightfs.com, like financial solutions. And all of our information's on there. People can also find me on LinkedIn and
Hmm.
Facebook and everything. I'm
Hmm.
a little harder to find because my last name's a Smith.
Hmm.
So definitely easier to go to the website and connect with me from that perspective.
Magnificent. And it has been a pleasure you coming on and you sharing. And we always appreciate our guests coming on and sharing because it's not always easy. And we honor you guys by giving you the last word. So please look into the camera and tell the people something good.
Oh, and I know you said some people sing and everything, and all that I can think of in my head today is just, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day, a
Yes.
good day.
That's awesome because I think that keeping a smile on your face helps you to get through so many things. It's one of those things where it keeps you uplifted and you never know the power of that smile and how it helps someone else. So I definitely appreciate your positivity and coming on and sharing with us today.
Thank you for having me. This was so great.
Excellent, excellent. And to everyone that is watching today, please be kind and thanks.